Alright guys, this is a strange video. It's a video that's going to show you a stock that will, in my personal opinion, explode over 100%, right? And this is going to be the third time I'm able to pick up on this early. I don't know let me know if you have ever found a stock where you were able to trade it 3 times for over 100% gains minimum, right? Minimum 3 times over 100% gains. One of them was over, I don't know what it was, like 500% gains or more. So the first time, yeah. So and it also involves Ben Shapiro, which I think most of you know, and it also involves a lot of stress on my part. Yeah, a whole lot of things. It's a different video. It's a very different. You might want to watch this. All right, first of all, we're going to talk about Oramed, and that's the whole video, what we're going to talk about. But I have a lot of things to show you, and strange things. You know, I have a lot of respect for Ben Shapiro, and no criticism on who the guy is, what he does, his YouTube channel, his opinions, and all that stuff. Nothing, no criticism on that. But we are going to dive into a strange buy he made way before important news came out. All right, so we'll look at that also. So Oramed has been puzzling, to say the least, for me. Over 2 years ago, I made a video. It was one of the very first videos I actually made while creating my YouTube channel, and it had to do with Oramed. So here it is, and it says this is in Greek, because I'm in Greece, so it shows some things in Greek letters, unfortunately, but this right here shows that it was over 2 years ago, right? So that was the video, and it says, and the title was, "Is Oramed Pharmaceuticals a good stock to buy?" And I had said that it was. And the stock, if I remember right, was trading at $4.25 when I made that video. After that, what happened to Oramed? After my video, about a month or two later, Oramed went to $30 US, right? So it went from 425 to $30, which was stunning, awesome. And I was actually able to sell it at 28, which was just a phenomenal, insane gain. Then after it hit 30, it slowly started to go back down again, and it tanked down to like $2 or $3. And then I came out with another video, which was here 10 months ago, and I was able to get back into this at $5 and sell it at 10.28, which was something that was also I presented it and talked about and pre-announced my buy and also pre-announced my sell on my Discord. So twice, from 425 to 30, Oramed 2 years ago. Then again over 10 months ago, from $5 to 10.28. Stunning gains, and I thought that was it. It's over. Why wouldn't it be? When the stock had come out with news back in January of 2023, the following: Oramed stock slumps 70%. Actually, it went even lower as diabetes drug failed phase 3 study. So this is strange because this company was only working on that. Basically, that was it. That was their lead candidate. That was their whole thing, and it failed. It was a disaster. It was a complete disaster, and it was pretty much canceled in the U.S. That was it. It wasn't even thought about going into an FDA decision. Nothing. So if you see a company that's been working on this thing for so long, you were able to trade it twice for minimum over 100% before this study and the final results came out. And then after getting out twice, making a lot of money, and seeing that this thing slumped and was crushed and destroyed because after all, the phase 3 was a complete failure, why in the world would you want to buy this again? I thought that was it. It was over. I said to my Discord, you know what? It was good times. Made money on this thing. There's no reason to get back into it. It failed, right? So, boy, was I wrong. Strange things. Then you see Oramed stock falls 10% more as Wainwright cuts rating on potential halt of drug trial, right? So with all that being said, where is Oramed today? Well, Oramed right now is at $3.92. It gained over 79 cents today, and it's pretty much headed for $10 again, right? Yeah, I was able to predict twice already that Oramed would explode. One from 425 to 30, the next one from 5 to 10. Now I'm telling you guys, in my personal opinion, that doesn't mean you should trade it, that this thing is going to go from $3.92 to $10. The reason? Because Ben Shapiro invested in it. Actually, that's not the reason. I'll get to the reason in a little bit. Here's the strange part. All right, so Ben Shapiro invests millions of dollars. I think it's, if I'm correct, $4.5 million he invested, and joined the board of Oramed Pharmaceuticals. This news came out May 3rd. Keep this date in mind. May 3rd, right? We're on May 16 right now. And if this news came out May 3rd, you can bet that he had invested back in April or even earlier than that, right? So he didn't invest in May, he invested before May. And the news came out on May 3rd that Ben Shapiro invested $4.5 million. When that news came out, in my Discord, I said to people, why in the world is this guy investing $4.5 million in a company whose drug is over with? It failed. It was a complete disaster. Here on May 10, 2023, I spoke about that Ben Shapiro gave a reason why, but to me, it was an excuse that made no sense. So he invested $4.2 million. And his explanation why he invested was this. This is a pure investment move, he said. Now watch this. He said this stuff before May, right? When he had invested in this. You'll see what happened yesterday when news came out on the stock. It's like he was either extremely lucky, I don't know, because he said this is a pure investment move. Okay, fine. You out of all the stocks in the world, he chose Oramed. Fine, pure investment move. Then he goes on to say that I identified Oramed as an undervalued stock in January of 2023. So he must have invested in January. So he identified it as an undervalued stock, given he said it's low market cap. That makes no sense to me. That's just, I'm sorry, but that's complete stupidity. There's a ton of stocks on the stock market that are low market cap stocks. And undervalued, how would you say a stock is undervalued, especially in the biotech sector, when it has sold nothing, it has nothing commercialized, it has no revenue, and it has a drug that it failed? So that made no sense to me either. Then he said publicly disclosed cash holdings of this company attracted him to it. What publicly disclosed cash holdings? And then he goes on to say an apparent low burn rate. Before the drug was announced that it failed, the burn rate was not low. After that, yeah, it would be low because they're not working on it. You would assume. I have great faith that the board will be able to use the company's capital in effective and diverse ways, including but certainly not limited to its current biotech-centered strategy. Good wording, but it made no sense as an explanation of why you would invest in Oramed, in my personal opinion. Like I said, the company had a failed drug, no commercialization, no revenue, and you're saying that because it was undervalued, which is it's very hard to say what's undervalued in the biotech sector, like I said, when there's no revenue and so on, and that it's a low market cap. Like, okay, nothing made sense to me. So I said the above statement to me makes no sense. Then I said that in my opinion, Ben Shapiro is in this for other reasons beyond the crap pipeline of Oramed, which it might not turn out to be crap pipeline. It might actually turn out to be a good pipeline. I believed in Ormed's pipeline, all right? I believed in Ormed's pipeline since 2020. If you see my videos back then, 2020 and 2022, I said that their pipeline is awesome. It's great. I like their technology and all that. But once it was, officially announced as a failure, then I no longer believed in it. But yeah, so I said he's in this for other reasons, but I couldn't figure it out until yesterday, May 15th, right? Now watch this. Ormed's Chinese partner, HTIT, completes phase 3 oral insulin trial. Submits marketing application in China. Stock is going up and up and up. So Ben Shapiro gets in this stock in January, which was the month that the phase 3 trial in the United States was officially announced a complete failure. So the company no longer, their phase 3 oral insulin trial was a complete failure. I repeat, it was halted, it was stopped, there was no continuation of it. And then Ben Shapiro says, at that same time in January, I'm going to smack $4.2 million because it's an undervalued stock, because it's a low market cap. And I believe that they'll be able to find diverse ways of using their technology. Well, there goes your diverse way. Diversification in another country. Chinese partner HTIT completes phase 3 trial. But this was announced on May 15th. So, Ben Shapiro is a stunning investor who is able to somehow figure things out and see it. And you know what? I'm going to follow Ben Shapiro from now on. If Ben Shapiro buys anything else again, I am automatically buying it. This guy's going to be the next Warren Buffett. So with that being said, Oramed, guys, now that we know, it's most likely going back up. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, and I wish you all the best and take care.